As you said, Moist still all right with points, but I still think this is a big moment for them. Shogun, Johnny, take it away.
Thank you very much. And as Leaf did mention earlier on, this is not the only quarterfinal, round of 12 happening right now. You can check out all of the other streams with everybody trying to fight for their tournament lives. Winner of this one takes on Vitality, so maybe not what Vitality were expecting when they got number one. Here's what they're up against. That one's going to rattle the crossbar. Moist need a better offensive showing than what we got just 30 minutes ago.
Certainly, and I think if G1 can hold Moist to as few goals as they did, then I think BDS can do the same. They've looked very informed today. Ever since their first loss, I mean, they were able to come back and win 2 straight to make it out of the group of death. So they're on an upward trend right now. Moist definitely trending downwards at the end of their group. Not a bad start in terms of pressure for Moist. Of course, I'm talking about pressure that they're able to put on their opponents. They're going to be feeling immense pressure themselves. Now, what can Juicy do here? Astral's actually pulling up early, trying to bump Monkey Moon. Very aggressive for Moist. It seems like their plan to start off this match is to just let loose a little bit, stop sitting back in defense. No fear allowed. Oh, that's an opportunity missed there by Joyo, sorry. I'm not sure he was able to wrap his car around the aerial shot, but he definitely didn't manage to. This is a better opportunity though, and he puts it in. 1-0 Moist. Another strong start. Can they keep it up?
Look at this from Juicy. What a challenge. Got over to the top left side of it. Made sure that if that ball was going to go anywhere, it was going to get centered yet again. And this is what I do want to see from them, based on what we had earlier on, is I kind of want Astro and Joyo to sort of put Juicy under some pressure a little bit. Just allow themselves to go full offense.
Whoa.
I do not know how that one's not gone in, but you brought Juicy in to give yourself some more leeway offensively. Go and do it. Let him figure it out. I guarantee you Juicy can step up to that sort of level. But for BDS, obviously this is a team that we maybe haven't had a chance to look at too often. No way.
Oh, wow.
All right, cool. We'll get to that point in a moment. Johnny, break it down, please.
Well, you know, Monkey Moon's hit that hard, but Astral probably could have saved this. I think he jumped too early. He pre-jumped the shot pretty much. And in doing so, he forced himself to use all of his boost just to fly forward. I think if he just waited a bit before jumping, that was savable. Definitely not sure why he would pre-jump there. He must have been expecting a double tap from Monkey Moon or something. But yeah, he decided that he needs pre-jump, and he ended up not being able to reach the ball. It was a good shot though by Monkey Moon, great power. Definitely questionable defense.
What I was going to make a moment ago is that the player to look supposedly for BDS's extra. That's the player I'm hearing about the most, given that supposedly he had a rather rough start today, but once he figured it out, that's when those better results started to come over BDS's way. So if he's still playing in form, then BDS could very well be the team moving on to take on Vitality in that next round. Juicy off the wall. Let's put that low enough for Monkey Moon to struggle to play the ball. He is now the target man in field if they want to. Instead, Seiko used the threat of the infield to give himself enough respect to keep going. BDS all out on offense here.
A nice read though by Joyo to stifle that BDS push forward. Astral and Juicy are trying to connect. They have managed to. Juicy will double it to the backboard. The attack fizzles, and it's good to see Moist looking out for those interceptions, those counter-attacks from BDS. They don't want to overextend against this team. And likewise, they don't want to get stuck in defense. It's always been the #1 nightmare for teams facing BDS over the years. Just being completely stuck in your half. That was an open net. Juicy makes sure of it. The demo leads to an open net opportunity, which went close enough. Astral ripping it into the post. Juicy up quicker than Seiko.
And I love that that was clearly communicated as well, because Juicy was turning before the ball had even been hit. Knew obviously where he wanted that ball to be. 90 seconds now left on the clock. Both teams having their moments. Here's a player that we haven't seen much of though. Monkey Moon, who does not want to see himself out at this stage of the tournament. And right now, work to do. Extra shot. Juicy gets there just on time. There's a little bit speculative from Extra. But given that the chaos was being caused, it was worth a go.
Well, a minute to go, you really would expect BDS to turn up the heat a little bit. Still waiting patiently for opportunities. Spread very deep across the pitch, BDS. Very wide as well, which, you know, is a great formation if you're playing up against a team who are pressing forward, because you can counter-attack to either side. But Moist are not doing that right now. Moist are actually just sitting back themselves, so having all that space is not really working out too well for BDS. They're leaving the midfield pretty vacant at times.
Well, we also just saw, and this is maybe the part where the format today is actually helping Moist a little bit, because if BDS had a little bit of time to prepare, a little bit of time to look through some replays. Oh, wait a second, in field! Oh, it's missed! And I have no idea how. BDS will not get a better opportunity than that, surely.
That was it. You know, we're wondering when are they going to send it into the midfield, which seems to be open for them. But that was the moment. The shot hit the underside of the crossbar and bounced to safety. Now, no time for BDS. It's a 0-second play or a game 1 loss. They are keeping it up here. That's half a chance for Extra. He can't hit it fast though. And he's going to need to settle for it again. Keeping the ball airborne. They're doing brilliantly here to keep it up in the air. Hey, Moist do not look comfortable. BDS really making it as close as possible at the end, but it's not meant to be. Moist hang on to the game 1 win.
Right, well, as much as I want to speculate on this one, we have got 3 other matches going on right now that might all be just as exciting as this one. So, Leaf, in the other elimination matches, what are we seeing?
Well, there is some excitement in the Sonics quadrants. They're in a 2.5-minute overtime right now in game 1. So, you know, that's always exciting when you got an overtime in an elimination situation. Germany Amigos have taken their first win against Williams Resolve. A little less exciting. They're also up 1-0 in game 2. So that definitely looked like they got the strength in that match. And very not exciting. 6-0 right now in game 1 for Carmine against Vertigo. I don't want to talk about it.
Wow. Welcome to single elimination. You've done well in your first group stage debut, but yeah, not the best draw there, running into Carmine Corp.
Vatera is very upset at you at the moment. You didn't do anything to him, but you were there.
Oh, it's 7-0 now, sorry.
My goodness.
How long is left in that game?
There was like 1 second left and they scored.
Right.
Not looking good for, hey, they can turn around. Vertigo definitely had some matches where it didn't go their way. Maybe a little bit of hopium still, I guess.
I expect to hear a cheer from you if they take the first goal in the next game.
I feel like that might be done for Vertigo. I mean, how tough? It doesn't get any tougher than that. You get through your group with 2 wins, and what's your reward? You play Carmine Corp. Such a tough draw for them. So, you know, usually 2 wins would be enough to get you a second seed. Then you'd be dodging Carmine Corp. You'd be playing against the 3rd seed from that group, but very, very tough stuff for Vertigo in that round 1.
Especially when you can still make the argument that Carmine Corp are the best online team in Europe. That's still going to be difficult to ever predict against them. Despite maybe not getting as far as they were after at the major. And they were after a major victory. But what I wanted to make it earlier on, Johnny, is you were talking about how wide BDS have been playing when the benchmark was set by Mark in the previous round. Just sit in the middle and wait, and he just sat there all the time and kept taking the ball away. You get a feeling if BDS could incorporate that a little bit, they'd be finding some more success.
Yeah, I really think BDS have all the tools necessary to beat Moist the way Moist have been playing today. Moist have not been synergizing all that well. They've been following up more slowly on each other's touches than we're used to seeing from the top tier teams. And BDS are one of those teams, just like G1, who are known for being so quick to follow up on each other's touches, just battering the backboard from different angles in quick succession. And haven't really done that. They've been more patient with their approach. They've been a bit more focused on the angles of their approach rather than the pace. And that's given Moist time to position. It's given Moist time to prepare. Look at this. This is a very committed... I mean, when you talk double commits, that is a double commit because they've kept on flying up the ceiling height at the same time. BDS communication, not on point there.
Yeah, it's certainly a series where this is maybe the sort of form that both teams would prefer to meet each other. Seiko is at the back. Juicy has to get there before Seiko decides to try and go for a demo. That's available for the time being. 3 minutes left, no goals to speak of. Juicy might just change that. Setup is around, but Joyo's having none of it. No, want to try and go for the follow-up now. Monkey Moon shot, and Astral not going to get caught out, but you can understand, given some of the goals that we have seen conceded, why BDS might just take a few of those.
Well, this is getting a bit more into what you'd expect BDS to dominate, but Extra's dropped back there. He has no boost. Monkey Moon tried to infield it to him, and that just allows Moist to counter-attack. Well, you know, infield passing to your third man tends to be risky in any situation, but infield passing to your third man who's got 12 boost retreating. I mean, what is going on with BDS right now? Because that clearly wasn't communicated. Monkey Moon, to be infield passing there, must have thought Extra was turning aggressively. Clearly, Extra wasn't ready to do that.
Oh, there's the infield, and they're just not working. Had one of those earlier on to finish the previous game, couldn't score it. That one is a little bit wide. The infield pass it's always been solid, but it's always red. And you're not going to get many that have been as clean as what BDS have had access to. Still have not scored them. Seiko off the backboard, Juicy, well composed. Gets rid of the danger.
Well, BDS are in trouble. Their season already leaning the wrong way in the scales. And then Meister looking to tip it even further against them. A 9th to 12th place finish in the first regional of the winter split would leave BDS with a ton of work to do. They would have so many teams that they need to get past. So they're going to get back into the top 5. I mean, the same could be said for Moist, but they've got a little bit of a free start, I would say, with the points advantage the fall split has given them. BDS need to make it back to that World Championship. They need to defend their title. That's what they care about. And you don't do that unless you make majors, unless you're narrowly missing every single one. Oh, one shot. Juicy makes it too. Well, Moist have really put it together in this game. Goyo pounces on a loose ball, and he shows that the pass is always the option from that range. Juicy sends it in.
Well, it was something that was lacking earlier on. It was the attempts at the passing play that just were not working out. And actually, this is a massive opportunity. Monkey Moon will not let that one go awry. BDS, right back in there. What a challenge, though, from Extra.
Yeah, tough position there for the third man of Moist. I think Juicy probably should turn back in ball chase there instead of going for the mid boost. He thought that his third man was going to get a free touch, but turns out that the third man for Moist was only able to get a 50-50. He really needed a bit of help more quickly there. It's, often the case that if a kickoff goes dead even and you are on the wrong side of the ball as a cheating player, going for the mid boost is rarely the safe play. It wasn't a safe play there for Moist. Proved costly. The third man remained isolated until the goal went in.
It's never a new split until Johnny talks about kickoff strategies. There you go. That's on the bingo card. Oh, what a shot! Well, the first one was an opportunity presented to him. This one is a rifle. Monkey Moon, what a goal.
The awareness for Monkey Moon. As soon as that ball ended up behind him, he just started running straight down the middle of the pitch. Because he knew there's a good chance the ball gets cleared in that direction. I mean, that's Monkey Moon's awareness. Just turned up to 11. Suddenly Moist's lead is completely gone. You just wonder for Moist's sake, like, you mentioned, so you got to talk about the kickoffs. Why did they take so many risks when they had a 2-goal advantage? BDS looked completely flat. The risky kickoff gave them the one goal that they needed to get back into this. Then they've created one of their own from midfield play. Oh, look at this. The pass from Juicy. No way. Astral trusts it. Juicy makes it happen.
Well, there was that moment where I was on Juicy's POV and you just it's like, does Seiko know?
He wanted to time it. I think he wanted to time it. He didn't want to try and bump too quickly in case Seiko jumps over the bump and then recovers to make the save. He waited for the shot to come at him, and then he went for the bump. Because at that point, even if Seiko dodges it, it's going to be very, very hard to recover and make the save. So timing on point from Juicy, and they might be able to get another one here. They don't need it. Moist win game 2. BDS need 3 straight.
And Leaf, I have not heard a single cheer from you in the last 5 minutes. That does not lead me to hope.
It's more that I didn't want to jinx anything.
Wait.
And I still don't want to right now because there's 5 seconds left in this game.
There's no way.
And Vertigo almost scored a 0-second goal, and it's tied 2-2 right now.
I thought he was going to turn around, and they've only lost 4-0.
Yeah. Yeah, no. They're in overtime right now in that game.
Okay.
So,
wow.
Yay, that's something in its own.
I mean, it is a... Well, we need to say this as well, because maybe people saw our last split. Just because we are now in single elim does not mean we are up to best of sevens.
Best of fives.
If there is a place to maybe take down KC, best of 5, no timeouts, maybe go and get that one. Leaf, what's everyone else been doing? I know you guys have been glued there, but what are the other 2 matches looking like?
German Amigos and Williams Resolve just hit overtime in their match. It is match point for German Amigos. They're up 2-0 in the series, so potential sweep for them. And then Quadrant Sonics are going into, I believe they're game 3 tied up 1-1 at the moment.
All right. Wow. Okay.
That's a good tight one. Yeah. If you guys are watching here on the main broadcast, go check that one out. Go over to the streams.
I mean, if we stick with the way we're going, we might be joining them very soon because BDS need 3 in a row or the split and the season gets even more dire looking.
Yeah, it just gets worse and worse for BDS, and all the promise that they've shown earlier on today seems to be for nothing at the moment. Juicy's having a real step-up performance in this series. You know, a lot of questions being asked of him in their loss to G1 not too long ago. The Moist have really bounced back brilliantly here, and like Joyo said in the interview before the match, it's not been about role-playing for Moist. They've tried to be as fluid as possible, which makes sense given their name, but it's also made sense given their playstyle and the success that they've had with it against BDS. Just going forward when they need to, supporting each other when they need to, defending when they need to. You know, bringing Juicy onto the roster clearly isn't just about forcing him to sit in goal and let Joyo and Astro play a 2-man offense. Now they're bringing him in, and he's looking a lot more mechanical in this matchup. He's 1v1 with Monkey Moon. Monkey Moon puts it past him, and BDS finally have a lead.
That's exactly what they needed. Juicy always going to struggle against this, and the fact that Monkey Moon played that at pace as well just kept Juicy guessing. Is this going to be a demo player? Have I got to be worried about something else? Did not allow the new player to settle. But we have been here before. BDS managed to bring 2 goals back earlier on. They almost had the second one. Juicy keeps that one out. Right now, BDS have had moments. They've had glimpses of what we know that they are capable of. Now they need to go and get 3 game wins in a row against Moist Esports just to make top 8. That is a really interesting sentence to say.
Yeah, and it's not honestly looking likely right now. Obviously, BDS, they can get it going, and if they, start to chain together some goals, it's more feasible that they can come back and win this series. But it's very back and forth right now. Moist are breaking out of defense pretty easily. BDS have not been able to, get them stuck in this position in the way that they usually do. When you're given players like Astral, players like Joyo, and even Juicy opportunities like this, it's only so long before a goal goes in, you would think.
I mean, we have seen from Juicy's rotation how he was a bit hesitant earlier on. Now he's right there and probably should have been scoring from that position. Now it's off the backboard. Astral, Joyo's loitering, and he's not going to miss.
Well, he got it eventually. It's hard to say if Juicy should have scored the previous chance. You never know. He might have been trying to sneak it past the goalkeeper, because in those kind of positions, just keeping the ball in offense can be so important. Giving a 50-50 to a goalie can sometimes end up clearing the ball. So I love that from Moist, just circling around the box. Honestly, looking like BDS in most of BDS's matchups. Just refusing to allow their opponents to clear the ball.
Sorry, I have to check something here. Leaf, I haven't heard from you in ages. Is that overtime still going?
I was just actually waiting for a break to come in and let you know that it just ended. Carmine Corp did win it. They had like 1 shot in 3 minutes. Honestly, it looked like Team Vertigo had... They're just the better team. They just couldn't score. So the Carmine Corp did take it. They're at match point. And sorry, I must tell you as well, German Amigos just won their game, so it is 3-0 sweep for them. They'll move on into the quarterfinals.
Thank you very much, Leaf. And thanks to our players as well for choosing not to score whilst Leaf was getting that information out there. It was very, very close indeed. 1-1. Joyo, he's going to go for it. Good challenge from Extra. Monkey Moon now with Seiko up in support. That's going to be difficult to reach. As Astral does get rid of it. Seiko from the backboard. That's going to be difficult to get to as well. And Joyo very happy. The ball just dropped down off that curve.
Oh my. Well, they got a very lucky deflection to clear the ball there, Moist, but BDS are still all over them. Joyo going all the way into offense to grab a boost there. Just trying to find boost somewhere. Left his two teammates in defense by themselves for a second. But that did not prove to be a problem for Juicy, who handled BDS offense all by himself.
Again, exactly what you want to be seeing from him. Joyo has that ball on the wrong part of the car for the reset. Although Juicy more and more comfortable here. 50 seconds now. BDS have to get this next goal. They're in a really bad spot. And Moist have done well throughout this series of not wasting their chances. Just go yet again. Joyo off the backboard and Seiko gets it to safety. That's all relative for the time being because his team keeps getting put back into bad spots. Now it's their chance.
Well, there's plenty of faith being put in Juicy by Moist this game. Trusting him to buy them some time in defense, trusting them to buy them some time to recover. And Juicy's even got the confidence to go forward here. The big dunk. It looks like it might be Moist pressing as the clock ticks down to 0 seconds. And Juicy's got a dunk on target. It's off the inside of the post. Well, BDS, we're just a centimetre away from elimination there. They've hung on. And into overtime we go.
1 goal, then 2 games. BDS have got it all to do. And it might be up against them. Monkey Moon versus Joyo. And Monkey Moon was able to just stare down Joyo. Got him to go early. First opportunity for Moist. But BDS now maybe going to get their own. It's over to Monkey Moon. Couldn't put it on target. Bumped yet again. Juicy leaves it for Astral. Both teams having great opportunities.
Yeah, it's the Monkey Moon 1v1 plays that have kept BDS in this. He's the one who put them in front with a solo dribble. And he's kept them in overtime with a solo defensive play. Well, Moist are trying to dribble him. It's a key touch there for Monkey Moon to deflect Astral to the side, but Moist are looking dangerous at the moment. BDS have survived, and they've got a great chance themselves as well. They've not been starved of opportunities. But this has been far from the dominant BDS we've been used to seeing in the past. Can Seiko 1v1 Joyo now? No, he can't. Joyo makes a huge stand. Pops the ball to the backboard.
That's impressive as well. Oh, wait a second. Seiko on the opposite side of the field has to make an impressive save. Astral still with possession. Gets the pop, and Juicy did not arrive at the right time. Minute and 20. All action in this overtime. Juicy has got it past Monkey Moon. Can he keep the ball up and running? Astral to the ceiling. Joyo to his side. Instead, he goes the whole way. And Seiko gets there just in time, but it bounces back out for Juicy. And Extra stops it again.
Well, BDS season hangs in the balance here. Moist, the aggressor for the majority of OT. Great ball chasing there by BDS in the recoveries, but now they've got 2 players on the wrong side of the ball. It's Monkey Moon in a 1v2. He stands strong and wins the possession. Now it's going the other way. Seiko over the redirect, blocked by Moist.
Oh, there you go. There's your chance. Crossbar overpowered. And if you think you got a chance to breathe, we'll go to the opposite side. Juicy finishes it. And that is BDS eliminated.
Juicy and Astral with a team pinch. As Juicy falls on top of the ball, Astral knocks it upwards into him. And that gives Seiko no time to react. Moist have eliminated BDS. And that will leave BDS in a position that they have not been in for a long time. They're going to need to go through the closed qualifier to make it into Regional 2. That is an unprecedented fact. We go from talking about them as just barely missing the major. Now, they've just barely missed out on qualifying. They're outside the top 8.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Wow.
Leaf Yeah, as we get you in here now.
Yeah.
I mean, what can we even say? We now know Moist